Do. Cool. Alrighty. Put you over there. Right. Doodly-doo. So let's get started. Right. So last week, I was building the initial basis for doing some procedural generation. So it's not really procedural generation just yet, but we've got it set up now. So it's creating some random trees and little bushes, which are preliminary versions of the models, so not final art. Obviously, all early development and so forth. Yeah. And this time, I'll be working on putting the actual procedural generation into the game. So it'll be some early basis for it, and nothing too major. I'm just going to be looking at sorting out how the distribution of the trees fits around each node as you click around. So instead of being like just anywhere in the space, sort of anywhere here, it's going to be more like eventually clustered and that sort of stuff. So it's a bit more realistic. Maybe it'll also need to be based on a bunch of variables. So the idea is it will be based on this. So if we just hold the menu for now. Oh wait, not that. Wrong design. This one. Nope, this one. So it'll be based on this. So you'll be able to choose the number of trees or whatever item you're looking at, the distribution, so how close they are to each other, and also the size as well. So that would be some scaling. And the general approach I'm going to take to this is based on a talk I saw at ProcJam, which, if you're not familiar with, I'll put a link to in the description. So it's also on, there's a good talk on YouTube about it, which I had up earlier. I should just get it back out again. Here, ding. So it's based on a talk here, so I'll just put that in chat as well. I'll put it in the link in the description for this as well. Yeah, so this is kind of, it talks about doing array of floats. So instead of trying to think up complex data structures, just put everything for an array of floats, all your different, more or less, all your different bits of data, and see how they, well, you'll be able to then pass them through the same set of functions each time, so you don't have to do lots of different procedural functions. So that's up there. I'm just going to check the stream still working fine. So hopefully that's all working. Yeah, so that's a good talk. I'll put that in the description on YouTube as well. That's a kind of general idea of what I'm doing today. We'll see how it goes. I have literally no idea what I'm doing, so it could go completely wrong. But you never know. Yeah. So that's where I am currently. Right. So last time I was, where was I? It was creating features. So I was looking at the adding in the different features initially and position them randomly. This is all set up in as a manager, I think. Yeah. So it would run add features to nodes, well, every time you put down a node, it add some features to the node. So it added a tree and a bush, and well, a certain number of them. It would then run through that and pick out a random offset inside a circle and some random scales and stuff. It's obviously a bit rubbish at the moment, but I'm going to look into figuring out how I'm going to do that a bit more procedurally, so you can tweak the values, basically is the idea. Now, so the main things I need to look at are the positioning and scale, and I guess there's some sort of clustering, but I'll come back to clustering. I'll just do some positioning and scale for now, based on how close together they should be and sort of ranges of scale, I guess. Something to that effect. Yeah. So if we've got the just random values coming in now, so we've got number of trees which is random as well, so we want to have that as a value that can be changed properly as well. That's going to have to come from the UI. I'm going to work on UI later, won't worry about that for now. So we've got number of trees we're passing in. We're also going to need well, that's just a int rather than a float, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll pass it for a float maybe later. Oh, you know what I mean. Yeah, cool. So we'll attach this to the GUI, and so we need one for, it's not so much number, well it is number I guess. Yeah, it's density I suppose, rather than number. So you pick a density in it. I guess the density is based on also the size of the area, but that which might change based on how large a space you've got between each area. So like, for example, instead of at the moment it just does a random number right around that node, but if you have a node all the way over here, it should be doing all of them along the way at the same density. And if you want to have different amounts, you can do new nodes and stuff. So yeah, so we'll do density rather than number, and we'll go from there. So instead of number of trees, we'll go float density is equal to, we'll just put a number for now, we'll hard code it, and then we'll do a UI later, another day. We say that 1.0 is like maximum, and 0 is obviously min. That is the, oh yeah, of course. Then we're going to have a float for the well, that's kind of density. These are actually kind of the same thing, really. That's just number and that's density, but so we probably actually combine those into one, which is nice. And we've got a scale, which is going to be maximum is 1 again, so we'll just put that in for now. Make it maximum density. We'll just do trees for now, we'll skip the bushes because we don't need to do both at the same time. Cool. And so we're passing density and then we're passing scale, but I kind of want to make this a bit more flexible because really it should pass the density like switch through a set of functions which then transform it into positions, right? And then pass those positions into the new node stuff, rather than just being a straight up value, because you obviously want them to do procedural stuff, because that's yeah. There's where planning ahead comes in handy. So if we pass that through, there's going to be a series of functions which will do some work on it and then turn it into a set of positions. I'm going to just put up something which is useful for this. One sec. Because I need to look at this just to demonstrate my thoughts. Okay, so if we move this over here, so this is a thing by Galaxy Kate. I'll put a link in the description about this, but the general idea is you have a set of floats on this side here which simply determine how a certain value works. They do a bunch of things and you can sort of randomize them a bit, and the idea is that as they just go up and down they change how the whole thing looks, and my computer's getting really loud. So as it runs through different floats, and they will apply to a different feature of the object. So that's kind of what I'm going for. Because eventually, as well as having density and things, I need to have floats for things like, how bushy the tree is. Like, is there just going to be a few branches, or are there going to be lots of branches with lots of leaves on them, or so forth? So we need to do that as well. So we have to have functions for each type of feature, which then passes values through for each different aspect, property of the feature. Okay, cool. Let's go from that. See how it's working. Cool. So instead of doing it like this, I think what I'll do is we'll add add tree features to node. Because each one's going to be just quite different, so there's no point having all this stuff, and we'll just do course node. And that we'll have to attach to the UI a GUI layer, but yeah, we'll have a series of properties. So this is it's more like a forest, because it's not just a single tree, because that will have its own things as well, which will pass through. Okay. Add group of trees to node. Might rename this. I'll do some sort of generic group and so forth. Actually, because it's going to be add group. Add feature. So add feature group to node. Alright, so I'll take that. That will then, because the group is going to have standard distribution type stuff like density and so forth. Each individual feature itself will have its own scaling and stuff, which can be passed through, but it will then so the group will have density of a maximum of 1.0, and that's it really, to be fair. Feature group to node, and now we'll pass in a course dot feature type dot tree. So that's going to add a group of trees to the node, and we don't care about how many just yet because we're going to have a density, and we'll have to be able to pass these in later, but this is fine for now. That's simply going to pass that float through and establish the positions. So it's going to need to know the size of the node. And is it going to need the size of the node? No, it's simply going to fill out the whole node with a series of positions. So it's going to need to know the coordinates of the node. Yeah, okay. So we've got the nodes. It's got its. So these nodes have a position, and we'll need to pass in the previous node as well to know the relative position to that. But I'll come back to that. So with yeah. I should have done more research on this stuff. Oh, well, that's easy enough, isn't it? So if we got density, that'll just be working out the. Well, no, because we only need to know the size of it to work out maximum density. Is say, so if we say maximum density is, so say max density means that. So it means each vector or each each vector. Each position is 1 unit in any direction. Spaced 1 unit in any direction from any other position. So we'll need to know the size of it, find out all the number of points, so that's just going to be all the x and y and done. Yeah, okay, that works. Cool. So the so we're going to need the previous node as well, aren't we? Which is fair enough. Yeah. I don't really like this very much. I might change this at some point to take in its actual like bounding box. Actually, that would be better. That would be better, wouldn't it? A bounding box. So that's going to be just 2 vectors, right? There's 3. I don't know what's kind of bottom left, I guess. And then vector 3, top right. I mean, that's just, yeah, so that's going to be a bounding box. And it will then be able to go up and down those and pass it in. Cool, that's fine. So the bounding box for that is going to be based on. Well, this is creating a new node, right? It just adds it in, so we have to. The previous node is just going to be the latest node in the list of nodes. So, course dot node prep node is equal to. Oh, that's going to not look in the stream. So we've got the list of nodes here, so we'll just get the last one out of there. So it's going to be nodes, node dot count minus 1. So I'll just get the latest node. And then we can do a bounding box, which will be the top left, bottom right doesn't make any sense, really. It can be V1, V2, that make more sense. So vector 3 v1 is equal to the previous node, say prev node dot position, which is going to be the middle point, and it needs to add half of the width as well. So I think it's just called width, yeah. Thing plus, let's say minus prev node dot width over 2. Well, that's not going to work. Yeah, no, what are you doing, Lawrence? Yeah, we'll just go with this for now. Then we can add the widths in later. New node dot position. So v1, v2. We'll add the width in a bit in a second. That's fine. So then it'll go. Yeah, so it needs to go up and down the. Not the one side across and down, I guess. Yeah. Oh man. So if you go for x, I guess you got the x and down z. But yeah. v1 dot x. Equals, yeah, v1 dot x. X is less than v2 dot x. And then we'll do the same for the z. I guess there's probably a better way of doing this. I'm gonna have to have a little look at that. Cheers, Mr. Poopadoop. Fair enough. Thanks for letting me know. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try and upgrade. Well, I'm getting into that upgrade so I can actually have a decent, like 720 stream rather than just it's kind of really low bitrate one. It's all good. Alrighty. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna look through those coordinates, and yeah, man, brain. Long day at work. Anyway. Yeah, so we got those, and if your density is 1, then I guess it'll be pushing everywhere. If your density is 0, there's none. If it's half, then is half going to be? Because if we say that the density of 0.5 is half, then obviously even putting it at every other point is going to make it so that you're not going to notice very much difference between 0.5 and 1, whereas you notice a lot of difference between like 0.1 and 0.5. So it's kind of a perceptual thing, but we'll go with that for now. I might do some scaling on it later, just to make it so that it kind of scales perceptually better, so it's less of a twiddly down the lower numbers. Yeah. So I guess it's got density 1 is, yeah, we do a random, like I say. Yeah. So in the same way we've got a random range there, but we'll do a different sort of one here. Doop-a-doo. I guess we can just do random value then. Yeah, so we could just do, I really don't like this code, but you know. Less than density. Less than equal to density. Oh, damn it. Then it will place one down, basically. So we need a list of positions. So a list of vector 3 positions equals new list free some stuff, hasn't it? Oh, I can never remember how you do these things. It's all on my day doing JavaScript, so whenever I come back to doing C#, got no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, so positions.add new vector 3. I could use vector 2s here, but we need height for when there's hills and stuff in the future, so I'll leave it as vector 3s for now. X, we'll just do vector y of 0. Yeah, that kind of is the dumb implementation of that, basically. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like that, but it'll do. It'll do. What's wrong with this? No, okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's which I didn't node. So this, when you did this, oh, because we added features to the node and then return the node. Yeah, so we're just going to return the node here for now. Alright, so that adds all the positions, right? Oh yeah, got past the node in. Of course you do. Node. Because we need to modify it. So that creates a bunch of positions, and then we'll use those to add in the features. So we'll add we'll go through these list of positions, add them into features, and we'll do for each one of those we'll I mean, I could like do it straight in here, but I'm going to refactor this in the future, so we'll just do it here for now. Actually, why would I even do that? Just do for each. Yeah, I always forget what's possible. Ready. So yeah, for each bit free position and positions, we'll go through those. And then pass it into, so we do a course dot, we added a feature down here, didn't we? Yeah, course of feature equals new feature. Cool, so we'll do a new feature is equal to a new course dot feature. It will have the feature type, offset, and scale. Offset. Oh, that's offset from the node, isn't it? Interesting. So I guess that would allow you to drag the node around a lot better. So actually the x and y position is going to be relative to the v2.x. No, wait, that makes no sense. Yeah, v2.z. Because that make it relative to the... Yeah. So passing the feature type, then we will offset and scale. So the offset is going to be the position, and scale we'll just do a 1 below, just a 111 on that for now. Oh yeah, what's the float? That is, it's rotation, yeah. Just put that at 0, because we can rotate it later as well with some more floaty stuff. So I'll just add a bunch of them based on sort of density in theory. Although we need to do a bounding box. At the moment it's just going to be a straight line. Sounds like that. Let's see how that goes. Cool, doesn't work at all. Excellent. Let's not maximize that. Yeah, cool. Alright. Right. Anyway, come down. Right. So other than that, yeah, no, we just need to sort out the bounding box, don't you? Really. We're gonna have to do. Where's the bit I did before? So when I was building up the was it the renderer where it mutates the course? Yeah. So in here we mutate the course around the nodes. I discussed it in the last video, but stream rather. But basically it does a bunch of stuff. So we need to find the forward position and then find the perpendicular unit vector basically. So that'll find that one. So if we've got our nodes going that direction, we can find the perpendicular and get the width all the way down the line between the first node and the second node is the idea. So stop here, that line basically. And that will, so that gives us the corners, so we actually just use this again. Set the ground plane, yeah, cool. Might have to make this a, it could actually, yeah, I'll do that later, but add it as a function to get the bounding box for a node. So actually let's do that now. So we would say, let's say yeah, so we say that instead of doing it this way we go bounding box. Oh, let's just do that later, don't need to do it now. Refactor it later, Lawrence, it'll be fine. So yeah, anyway, get the perpendicular thingy. Knows we're actually doing this as prev node, new node. That is, so this gets the corners, which is the top left and top right. So we only need the bottom left corner as well, because actually bounding box needs, well, yeah, we'll give it 4 vectors, because out of a bit it's not going to work, is it? Yeah, because otherwise it's just going to go straight. That's not going to work at all. Yeah, who knows. So these are the top, and we're going to need the V3 and V4 for the other two. Which is going to be prev node dot position plus right times prev node dot width over 2. Yeah. Because right's always going to be the same for, yeah, right. We'll put these on the ground plane. Again, this is going to be changed later. And we'll pass in as a list. Yeah, cool, okay. So say list vector 3 bounding box equals new node dot bounding box. Ding 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 ding. Pass that in here. Yeah, so instead of doing that in here, we'll do it in the node function, and we'll do a getter, which is like is where being a JavaScript person doesn't help. So we do a vector free bounding box, get, does a bunch of stuff. Is it even the best way of doing this? Who knows? Can you even do it this way? Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Return. That's gonna be a list, isn't it? List of vector frees. Return a new list vector free. Can you pass in values straight in? Maybe you can. Probably not. And then can you initialize a list with a bunch of values? Yeah, sure. You can, right. Cool, yeah, so yeah. So a new list of vector frees, which will take a new vector free. No, I'm just not doing an array. Who knows? v1, v2, v3, v4. Can't do that because you've got to pass in the things. That's why it's got to be a function, you idiot. Yeah. Because you got to do it as a. It's got to take it in a previous node anyway, so you can't do a getter anyway. Because obviously that's, I presume that's for when you're only changing the particular thing you're looking at. So all these will be self properties. Right, anyway, so that'll get us our bounding box. Pass that into here. This will then take a list of vector free bounding box, and instead of doing it up to v1 and v2 and all that sort of loopiness, instead I'll have it go from like 0 to, well actually that was well we could do 0, 1 and then not sure. So if we got say 0, 1.x, let's see, so we'll go from the first one all the way up to there, from v1 to v2, and then cross. Yeah, because the bounding box actually isn't going to be like that, is it? It's going to be, that's a 2 tops, and that's a 2 bottom, and then it's going to go from, it's not, don't need that, wait, we're not even the right thing, right class, there we go. So it's going to go from the, to the top left and top right, and bottom left and bottom right. And it will, yeah, do something around that. Cool. So instead of that, if we go for I'm sure, do I need 4 corners? I probably only need 2 corners really. Just thinking. No, because it might do different widths. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so for var x equal to bounding box 0.x, x is less than bounding box, I should say 1 for now, dot x, x plus plus. And then we're going to want the z out of here, so it's going to be no. Might need to draw this down. Oh, I've got a pen. I haven't got a pen. Alright, let's do it in paint, eh? I haven't got paint on my Mac. Oh, anyway. Yeah, so if we've got 1 point here, go to there. No. There's that x and there's a z. Who knows, eh? This is so obviously simple. Yeah, my brain is just not working, eh? Right, anyway. I think I had it fine before, to be honest. This is not very good. Let's just. We don't need 4 vectors, do we? No, we do, because you need the corners. Right, anyway, let's get this silly. So, yeah, anyway, so if we've got the points, we go from here, we go from there, we go from there. Right, that's the x. Oh, why is my brain just blowing up here? Who knows? Now my housemates listen to me. That's great. Right, anyway. So if we've, yeah, anyway, brain, look through the z's, we'll just see what happens, eh? So if you're going x on 1, that's going to be 2, and then that's going to be the 0z. No. What is going on? So we've got from that one's down, and then from that one's down. So that's 0, that's 1. Okay. Let's try and visualize this because my brain doesn't work at the moment because I've been doing too much work. So we are going from down here up to here first. There's the x to x on, that's 0, 1. Right, let's do this. We've got 0 there. That is vector 1. So we've got 2 there and 3 here. So we can go 0. Actually, this is more like the other way around, isn't it? That's down there. That's why I'm getting confused. Got my brain the wrong way around. So we're going to go from 0.x up to, well, 0.x to 1.x. But for each of those, we go 2.z or 0.z to 2.z and 1. Well, we'll just do a box for now. Who cares? Right. 2.x. No, 1.x. And then from 0.z to 2.z. I need to work out later about the if it's like different ways. Like, because if this particular point here, ding, if that points elsewhere, it's not gonna be a square, right? So I have to work that out. But we can get rid of that. And we go there. So that will be basically, that's the offset again, isn't it, from the node? So we've already got the node in, so we do node dot x minus dot position dot x. Node dot position dot z. So I get the relative position to the original node. Pop that through. Yeah. Oh man, I need to get better at maths and stuff. I don't think it's gonna work. If it doesn't, I'll just skip along to something else rather than waste all the time. Yeah. Let's just have a quick look at what the values are. Laugh off. This is the problem with doing JavaScript during the day, is I forget about all the little foibles of C#. Right, so when I click to create a new one, it's not even running that. No wonder it's not working. Groove. You even running this function? Yeah, it's gonna be running that. Let's see if you can get in there, right? Right, it's going there. So just put a thing up here to make this easy. Debug.log. String Lawrence, not AHR. Yeah, so we're gonna go through this. I was setting in a bounding box. Let's just see what the because it might be that the x is less than that one, right? So you need to find the min and the max. That's why we need this function, which will give us. Yeah, it needs to. Yeah. So the problem is at the moment is if the x of v1 is less than the x of v2 is, oh sorry, more than the x of v2 is not going to work, right? So we need to find if. Hang on, right? Was that just the wrong way around? Yeah, that's why. Just swap those around and it should work. Because you want to do it that way around. Maybe. We'll see. Do I even run? Thanks, Adam, Mr. Bacon Chin. I do run. I run all the time, and I'm broken. Right. So it is running through the feature group thing. It's not even doing the loop because I'm an idiot, probably. Alrighty. I need to put chat in the stream. I did have a thing for that, but couldn't get it running on Mac for some reason because Macs are dumb. Who knows? Righty, so that's not gonna work now, is it? Is that debug.these, eh? Bounding box. Yelling at code helps. This is true. I spend most of my day at work swearing at my code because, you know, I'm not very good at code. Maybe, oh, yeah, who knows? Is that actually a list out? Is that going to list out the vectors? It probably won't because Unity's a douche. I need to get a better debugging tool for Unity. And also, why is it not this editor? It's not like, there you go, right bracket there. Let's see what happens, eh? Dear idea. Alright, so the burning box X is going the wrong direction. Indeed. Why won't you work? That is very true. All the time. It's usually down to problem behind keyboard is the usual culprit. Right, anyway, yeah, so the X, obviously that's 98.5 is obviously greater than 82.9, so it's going to go the wrong direction. So maybe I was right before. Why is it not working, I I need to either of them make this normalised or something. I don't know, I'll debug this properly when I'm not streaming, so I actually can sit there for 4 hours and just, yeah, not spend streaming debugging all the time, because that ain't ideal. Right, so the X is going higher there, right? Yeah, it usually is that. It's either you've done something stupid or the person who wrote the code that you're using has done something stupid. That happens all the time as well. Or you're using their code in the wrong way. Yeah. Programming. Why? Yeah, so problem is here. So that's 0.x is 128. And 1.x is 148, so that's going up. That's fine. Right. 0.z is minus 52. And 2.z is minus 29.2, so that's going up. So why are you not debugging it, eh? Yeah, why? Is there even an X in it? Is there anything? Are you doing it? Is this doing anything at all? Or is it just completely? Am I just failing at the very basics? Probably am. Alright, so it's doing an X. So it is leaving the X's correctly, right? So can I assume it's not leaving the Z's correctly? So let's do. Oh, because I put an X there. Yeah, bastard. Yeah. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Yeah. That is also running some really bad code because look at the jump. Jeez. Oh, that's probably just logging out everything. I don't know. Unity does that sort of stuff. Right, so let's get rid of all these. Alrighty, so this time this goes through and it is looping through here. and we're just not sure the length. Let's see if debug.log positions.length, oh, .count, not JavaScript, Lawrence, it is C#. Ba-ba-da-ba. 735. Oh man, that's why I mean, there's an absolute bajillion of them. Weirdly, oh, yeah, that's clearly not working correctly. Let's put it that way. Let's put the density at 0.01 and just put that around there, because otherwise it's going to put in an absolute shed load of trees everywhere, apparently. Which I guess makes sense. Yeah, that's more like it. So density is not going to be 1. That's not going to be true at all. It's going to be something else. But the question is, why is there no anything appearing at all? Let's see what the positions it's generating are. Bear in mind it is an offset. Yeah, we'll see what positions it is. It should be an offset from the node's position itself. I mean, that's valid. I mean, they're pretty close to each other, but it's valid. So, where is it? Probably in the scene somewhere. This is where I should get my actual mouse rather than mess around with this thing. Touchpads don't work when you try and do this sort of stuff. Right. Maybe it is in the wrong position, eh? No, yeah. Guess we'll put it at, like, say, 4 and go from there. At least I know that's relatively high. So I don't think it's actually putting anything down, which is annoying. Actually, why don't I just check the props, eh? That makes sense, wouldn't it? You plonker. So as it's adding the course nodes, but it's not adding any of the features actually to it. Dear idea. Add feature. New feature. That'd be the way to do that, Lawrence. Actually call the function you need to call. Would be helpful. It's probably a good thing I didn't have that before, because when it had 700 it would just crash my computer completely. There we go. Look at that. Oh, it's sort of working. And definitely sort of working. Cool. Right, so that's that density of 0.1. So if we had a density of, say, 0.5. Hey, I'm not even sure how to pronounce your name there. Infantia? Cool. Yeah, low poly. There are 2 reasons I'm going for low poly. 1, I like the way it looks, and 2, I'm not a graphics person. Can't do modelling very well. And low poly, it's probably false to say that it's good for people who are bad at art, but it's good for people who don't want to spend years of their life learning how to use Blender. It's kind of, you can be creative with it and you can be artistic with it, but you don't have to put hours and hours into detailing everything. And also, because if I'm going to be eventually I'll be procedurally generating all the models, right? And so that's going to be a lot easier for low poly. Yeah, definitely a win-win, definitely. Alright, so slightly lower density creates fewer trees, and if we make that a much lower density, you should only get rarely 1 or 2. And it'll be based on how, in theory, it'll be based on how far apart you are from your first node, right? So if I put one close, not going to get many. If I put one far, also not going to get many. I don't know. Random, I suppose. No, that didn't work at all. Right. So we'll check the counts down here. God damn it. 0, 0, 0, lots of zeros. Wait, did I even update that? 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Man, 8 already. It's been a not so successful hour of streaming. Oh dear. Right, so yeah, if I put it close, right, we get 11. If I restart this, if I put it a long way away, I should get more, or I should get none. It seems the density is inverted. That makes little to no sense. Right. Yeah, for me, my favourite golf game would be Sensible Golf 993. Classic. I don't know why density's inverted. That doesn't make any sense. I'll debug that another day, because who knows. So that's a general gist of. Oh, still want to put them in. Should be it. Yeah, maybe one. Put it 1A. Forgot how deep my ground is supposed to be. Zany Golf. I don't know. What was that on? Whenabouts? I've only really played like the PJ Tour golf games and Sensible Golf, and obviously like all the mini golf games from the good old Flash games days. Yeah, 3D mini golf. That's where it's at. Sort that out later. To do fix height. Density appears inverted. 1988. Oh well, I was born in 1988, so it's a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna remember that one. I'll be honest. Yeah, about like 93 is my earliest memories. I'll have to check on that, because some of the older games they've got, well, most of them, they have good design, so it's worth checking out. Good minimalist design, like as in gameplay, that is. Yeah. Because I'm not trying to go for too complex here. I'm trying to keep it simple and easy to get into, so you don't have to be like an actual golfing nerd to know what you need to do. Kind of like Sensible Golf was, where you just know the direction you're hitting, how hard you want to hit it, maybe a couple of clubs to choose from. And it's more about easier. Not sure about this, yeah. It's more of a relatively simplistic gameplay. Is that the right term? I don't know. It should be easy to play if you want it to be easy. Easy to get into, maybe. I wouldn't necessarily go for hard to master. It's supposed to be quite a relaxing game, but I'll add in some options so you can make it harder, like extra weather and scale the AI that you're playing against and that sort of stuff. But we'll see. Yeah. So that's adding a group, right, of features. Now, when we create a new feature itself, it's going to need to do scaling and rotation as well. We should do a few things. Zany Golf, eh? Let's see. I'll have to have a look through that later. Chest link. Yeah, so it'll need to do. So we've got the group is going to have a bunch of floats, and it's going to do some stuff to find positions and stuff from the density. So we'll make this eventually a generic function which will take a float and give a bunch of positions with a bounding box and stuff. And then we'll have two more for the scaling and rotation as well, which will come from the GUI. But Yeah, I don't know if it even needs rotation. Rotation is kind of probably a bit random, so that it just adds a bit of variety, not really based on anything else. Scaling will be based on what the user passes in. My room's got really chilly suddenly. Yeah. So we'll go back to adding some bushes in there just so we can go back to where we were before, rather than going backwards through our progress. Let's pass in dense. Well, yeah. I don't know how we're going to do this, but yeah, I need to find a better way of like streaming the values into it and coming them out again, rather than being so tightly bound to each bit. Yeah. Because at the moment, if we just run this, right, it's just going to have the same amount of trees and bushes, which is obviously not quite right. And they're also going to be positioned differently. Like the bushes are probably more clumped than the trees are, and they'll be clumped around the base of the trees. And also, you probably, when you get to the actual course, so like here, you'll have like a few trees here and then some bushes around the bottom of the trees, and probably actually even along the edge of the fairway here, and not so much. So you sort of have a few bushes clumped around the bottom of the trees like this, and also the trees are further away from the edge of the green, not green, sorry, the fairway. So in theory, you should be able to do that by creating groups of groups, right? So we've just created this one function which creates groups, but if you can create a group which then positions a group around it, you can have like one. So this is a group of bushes here, and here's a group of bushes here, and one here, and one here. So that's got quite a low density of groups of bushes, and then there's a high density of them within each group, so you can have two different levels of density, which is quite fun. Cheers, Mr. Poopadoop. That's good to know. Been getting some good feedback on the design, which is nice because I kind of winged it a little bit and just got through the general aesthetic in about a month last year. It's been spending most of the past couple of months actually just learning Unity, which is still going. We'll get there. It'll be fine. You don't need to write good code to make a good game. Kind of. So there'll be like two different types of density. So yeah, and same for the trees as well. Like there's a couple of groups of them. So that's the idea with the whole thing I was saying at the beginning. Which, if you missed it, you can catch on YouTube. .com/JonathanDesign. The array of floats idea is you can pass multiple different floats with different meanings through the same function, get different results back, and like build on top of them, so you can compose your different bits together rather than having lots of individual functions, right? So eventually, this function which added a feature to group to node, I'll actually separate out into a separate procedural generation class, probably or something, with a bunch of helpers, which will take a density float, generate a bunch of positions, and then you can do that iteratively or composably. I don't know what the term is, but compose them all together on top, which will be a bit cleaner than it is currently. Yeah, I was definitely going for a clean look. It's kind of it's supposed to be quite clear what's going on. Not hyper realistic, but also not completely abstract. Sort of in between. I think we're right. There's if you like this style, there's a good subreddit for it called Low Poly, which has taken a lot of inspiration from their design. From their different bits of artwork they've done. There's one actually, I'll see if I can find it, which is basically what I based my style on. I think it's the top voted one. I'll just show you that, because this kind of was this is my inspiration for the general design, which cheers Mr. Poopadoop. Yeah, so this is kind of the basis as what I'm going for. Quite clean, nice to see. I didn't make this, just gotta say, it wasn't me. On Reddit. Even though it was really nice, and it sort of gives it a nice, clean but clear view. I don't know. It's good. Yeah. Cool. Now, this is a bit of low poly artwork that I wouldn't be able to do. Because that's way too talented for me. But maybe in time, hey. Yeah, lighting. I'm gonna spend a bit of time working on lighting because I got it looking quite nice in Blender, right? It felt alright, but in Unity, the lighting code is a bit whack. Lighting isn't something I've ever really done in game programming. I've done like 2D stuff before, but I've never done a 3D game properly like this before. So, no idea what I'm doing, but yeah, figure out lighting is okay. Yeah, it probably was illustrated, to be fair, which would probably be easier. But we'll see. Yeah, so I need to bring this out into a group of functions, and then I can just bring up that thing I was talking about earlier again. So this is the basis for what this is again by Galaxy K. I'll put a link into it. So it's kind of the basis for what I'm thinking about as I'm going through all these different floats going around, which change how the object appears. So I'll have things like the volume of the so we'll leave volume here, right, which changes how big they are. So we'll do the same thing for the bits of the trees. The shape sort of defines how many points it has. So I don't know if I have that sort of thing. Variation is just how much they change. Obviously leave count as a number as well. And it changes the colours as well. So I'll add in that sort of stuff at some point. It's got quite a cool little face one as well, which is quite fun. So you sort of make a smiley random face. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm gonna probably call it a day there because I need to sit down and actually figure out how I'm doing procedural, and I don't want to bore people by just sitting here thinking for another 15 minutes, not actually writing anything or talking. But thanks for watching so far. I'll be back again on Sunday at 7. I might be on earlier if I've got nothing going on. Actually, I do have something going on. Yes, I won't be on Sunday. I might do some streaming on Saturday instead. But if you follow me on Twitter at Gelatin Design, then I'll announce if I'm going to do any streaming for the day. I might do quite a bit on Saturday, depends what I'm doing. Because this isn't my main job, so I just do it in my free time. Thanks very much. Yeah, so hopefully I'll actually have some basis for some actual procedure generation next time, and I'll be able to show something more interesting with lots of different bits going on, but we'll see, because I might not do too well. Cheers. Yeah, game won't be available for quite a few months. I was originally planning to have it out in end of March, early April, but I'll be honest, I'm so far behind schedule. It's probably going to be like summer, maybe. So maybe some point in August. I might have a vertical slice demo, which I'll release for free at some point in the spring, maybe April, May, that sort of time. Yeah, I originally thought, I can do this in 6 months. Nah. I'm kind of, at the moment I'm just working a course editor, so once I've got out of the way, the actual core game I think is going to be relatively straightforward. There's not going to be too much to it, and I'll probably release it and then add like a campaign thing on top and just do the main core bit. I don't know. We'll see. I could be massively underestimating. Probably am. That's my common flaw, along with every other programmer in the world. But yeah, thanks for watching again. And I'll Catch you next time. Cheers. Do.